Have you ever actually met someone who was offended by the phrase Merry Christmas? It comes up so often in conversation. The idea that this phrase is considered offensive to people who don't celebrate Christmas. But I know lots of people who don't celebrate Christmas. I tend to say Merry Christmas rather than some kind of secular variant. And I've never had even one single encounter where someone was offended by me saying it. Christmas is so secular anyway nowadays that I feel like Merry Christmas is almost like a festive variant of good to see you. It doesn't really have many religious connotations as it is. I think it's one of those things that everyone thinks is offensive but actually isn't. But just to be fair, I wondered if anyone here has ever actually known anyone to take offense at this? Yes. No one is sensitive to the fact that I only celebrate Toyotathon. No, but I did have a person get irritated with me for saying Happy Holidays. Yes. I was a teenage newspaper delivery boy in the 60s and I said Merry Christmas to a customer when I was collecting the 35-cent weekly fee, and she went on a rant about the commercialization of Christmas and the disrespect everyone showed the savior with house lights, Santa and snowman decorations. She told me I was a horrible child for saying it. Some people might not say anything if they're offended, and the effort some retailers and some people make to say Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas is not about not offending people. It's about making people feel included and not making them feel alienated or pushed out. I'm Jewish and it only bothers me when my close friends who know I don't celebrate Christmas wish me a Merry Christmas. You've known me for 25 years. Sarah, I've never once celebrated Christmas. No, but lots of Christians are offended by Happy Holidays. I work in one of the most culturally diverse places in London. 140 languages are spoken there and just under 1/2 of the population is not Christian. Every year there is fake news of Christmas being cancelled there. Which is odd because the Muslim mayor of the borough and the MPs go to the Festival of 9 Lessons and carols. There is an enormous Christmas tree and every council building has Christmas decorations. I do know that some friends who are not culturally or religiously Christian get a bit fed up of the focus on Christmas in such a diverse city. But I don't think they're offended. No. The maximum I got is someone saying thanks. But I am Jewish, so I wished him Happy Hanukkah instead. No, I have not. I have met someone who was offended by me saying Happy Holidays. I was working at a retail store when I was 19 and I just said it as a farewell to the customers, and this 30-year-old dude got so pissed. He literally started yelling at me. Yes, but I suspect she's the type to be in a perpetual offended state. Yeah, it's me. I fucking hate Christmas. And one of my least favorite things about it is the assumption that everyone is a participant and the way it's shoved down everyone's throat. All the time. For months. I'd never actually confront a stranger about it. Though. It's my burden to bear. I don't expect the world to bend to me. No. But I had a colleague who was a JW and she just politely asked that we didn't send her a Christmas card. The problem isn't that it is offensive, but it is marginalizing. If you don't know someone else's religion, why would you give them a religious greeting? No matter how secular Christmas becomes, it is a religious holiday. To me, it's equivalent to saying happy birthday to everyone you meet on your birthday. You wouldn't do that, right? You only say happy B-day to people if you know it's their birthday. So really you should likewise only say Merry Christmas to people who you know celebrate Christmas. If you are not Christian. If you don't celebrate Christmas. This time of year when Christmas is everywhere is obnoxious at best. I work for a global company and therefore come across plenty of people that don't celebrate Christmas. I don't make assumptions and just ask if they have any nice plans coming up. Then I can adapt my response Merry Christmas versus have a lovely break trip, etc. I used to tutor a kid whose family was Iraqi. They gave me a Christmas card that year. Ho ho ho. It's Santa, just kidding. It's Hussein anyway. Best card ever. And it said Merry Christmas. When I worked retail, I had customers get mad at me for saying Merry Christmas and for saying Happy Holidays. I stopped with any kind of season's greetings altogether. People suck. I just find it silly to say Merry Christmas when it's not actually Christmas. Just the month it's in. You wouldn't say Happy Birthday to someone as a greeting during their entire birth month. I just like Happy Holidays because it implies the many things that are celebrated during December, rather than just one thing that happens on one day. One idiot pissed me off so much because I said holidays. I told him I did not want to offend him by saying Christmas because I did not believe he was a Christian. He did not take it well. Oh, I am so not sorry. No, but the Christians do get pissy if you don't mention their stolen holiday. I don't love it. I don't celebrate Christmas or other Christian holidays, no. It's not secular. And none of my big holidays take place in winter, so even Happy Holidays is meh. But sometimes you have to let things go and accept gestures in the spirit they were intended. Otherwise you'll spend your whole life mad. Nope. It's just right-wing shills and fake Christians who purport this falsehood. Not sure if she was really offended, but she said my church don't believe in Christmas. Then she explained a little and we moved on to other topics. No, but I only use it with people who I know celebrate Christian or secular Christmas. If I don't know, it's Happy Holidays. I worked with someone who said saying Merry Christmas makes this a hostile work environment. 3 hours later, she wondered aloud if our boss was going to take the team out for a Christmas lunch. I worked in a small boutique retail store with a woman who was a Jehovah's Witness, and she was never offended when customers would say Merry Christmas to her, but she did struggle with what to say back because she doesn't celebrate. I think she landed on thank you or have a wonderful day or something to that effect. I think people only get offended if you're saying it to be offensive. Like I had a coworker who everyone knew was Muslim, and another coworker made a point to tell them Merry Christmas the whole end half of December, and you could tell by the tone the intention was to be a cunt. The only people who get upset about these things are Christians. Either because they're offended by Happy Holidays, or because they're devout enough to be offended by the modern commercialization of Christmas. Nobody anywhere ever cared about this at all. No. The whole war on Christmas thing was a conservative fabrication to rile up the low information voters. Nope. Only Shions getting offended for saying Happy Holidays. Which makes me want to give them a puzzled look and ask, oh, you don't celebrate the New Year? Me, I do my utmost to avoid being merry whatever the season. The right wing pushes a victim's narrative that they're somehow prevented from saying Merry Christmas because people are offended by it. It isn't true. It never was true. And it has always been imaginary. The truth is that saying Happy Holidays is inclusive. This is deeply offensive to assholes and Christian nationalists. And so they've spun a nonsensical yarn about people getting offended by Merry Christmas. When I was in school, 2 Jehovah's Witness teens got really upset that everyone was saying Merry Christmas to them. It doesn't hurt to say season's greetings or Happy Holidays to be more inclusive. Lots of people celebrate different holidays around that time. And some none at all. Nope. A false problem that is presented every fricking year.